Hello everybody, welcome back. In this video we will learn about practical implementation of activation track. So for example, we have certain character. I already have imported these characters. First of all, the thing is that whenever we select these characters, we can just convert into humanoid because we have imported these characters from mixamo. So it's better to convert these characters to humanoid so that our humanoid animations will be applicable to these characters. Also, we have to extend the texture. So let's for example, we will select this character and let's go to materials and extract the textures so that we have texture for this character, and we will choose this character in our scene. So that's great. We have this character now, we have the materials for this character now. We can just drag drop this character into our scene. Let's make it 0 0 0 for some reason, and I will just go to F. Actually the positioning which I'm just doing the position is actually not the problem. We can set up these positions later on as well, but I think we can just place it randomly, for example here. And now if we just focus it, let's add it here, and you can see that when we will convert this character to humanoid, this character is actually have the animator controller. Also we can add some texture again just for making it a little bit darker, and let's add it here. Okay, so now we can add some animation to it. So I have just imported some animations to zombie. We can have some animations. Before applying these animations, we will just select all the animations, go to rig, and we will just convert these to humanoid as well, because we'll choose these animations for humanoids. So now you can see that we have certain animations. I want to use a animation of drinking, so this is it, the sitting and drinking animation. Okay, we will learn about the second part of the timeline, which is animation track, in the next video. But for now I'm just going to create a new timeline, and we'll learn that in a next video, so don't be worried about that. So I'm just adding it randomly now like this, and let's create an animation track here, and we'll just add this character here. Okay, Kaya. Then we will add this character here. Now we can add animations to this character. Okay, so the project, I will just add it here so that we can see the animation. So we want to add a drinking animation, so let's add this animation here. So we'll extend it and let's add it here, and you can see that our character gone, because whenever we will make this type of changes, the thing is that our character will be moved to a 0 axis again. Okay, 0 0 0 index again. Okay, you can see. So I will just move the environment to that place so that we can we just want to that our characters will be on the ground. So for that purpose I will just move this ground as well, and then when we have our character exactly on the ground, that will be the 0 axis. So after setup I will just resume the video. So now you can see that it's placed accurately at certain point, and now let's see what will happen. So if we play the timeline track, you can see that this character is moving. It's sitting, it's getting the cup, and it's drinking the that cup, and again it will place that cup to the place. Okay, so for this this section we will just add some, you can see here, we will just stop it, and we will add some objects here so that it will look like realistic. Okay, so let's add some object here. So maybe this one. Okay, and although you can place a proper chair or other things as well, but I'm just using these objects from the environment so that we can just save the time, and you will understand the logic behind this. So I will just, yeah, this is the seat, almost is fine. So we can place this object here, and again I will just place it here, and you will see that when he will come to this spot, and then he will get the drink. Okay, so here we need a cup. Okay, so for that purpose I will just move this a little bit, like, actually the old position was fine, and I will just duplicate it. Let's say add another here maybe. Okay, I'm just making this I'm just creating these things like chair and table. Okay, so you can definitely create a nice table and chair. So we have a cup as well, so I just bring this cup over here. Okay, and now you can see that we have a nice cup here. I'll just place it to a 0 axis if you want to do so. I will just add it here, and the cup size is quite big, so first of all we will just make it small so that it will be accordingly. So you can see that we will pick this cup from here. Okay, so this is the task. So I will just press F to focus a little bit, although okay, and you can see that yeah, you can see the problems. We'll just move it a little bit down, this thing, and this cup we will place it to table, so we can just make this bigger little bit like this. Okay, bring it a little bit forward. Yeah, that's good. And now you can see that it's quite in the right place, and yeah, that's good, and this place is good. Okay, one more thing we will do, we will add some material to this so that it will look better. So let's add a material, and we can name it cup mat or material, and we can just open this material in inspector, and we'll just make it red or whatever color you want, and then we will add it to cup. Okay, so this is a red cup, although it's not very nice, so we can just add it a little bit, some other color. I think yeah, this blue one is better, I think. And then we can add some metallicness to the cup. Smoothness, you just make it okay, metallicness a little bit increase, and that's it. We don't have a perfect material for the cup, but for understanding purpose you can see that we have a nice cup. So we will just duplicate this cup as well, Control D at the same place, and I will just make it cup 2. Okay, like this, cup 2. So this cup 2 we want to place it inside the hand of the this character. Okay, so I will show you the reason. So what we'll do, that we will just go to character, where is our character, which is Kaya, and we'll just unpack the prefab perfectly. Okay, and after unpacking the prefab, you can see that we can just now place the cup under its mesh. So we have this spine, we have the hands of the kaya, so you can see that we have hair and neck and right shoulder, so right arm, and then we will have a right forearm, and this is the right hand. So we'll just place this cup under the right hand. Okay, so now this cup is the pot of this character. Okay, so that's great. So now what will happen, the thing is that now the magic will happen with the activation track. Okay, so here we will create a activation track again. Okay, so we are focusing on the activation track actually, not on the on that cup, sorry, not on the animation track. We will learn this in next video. And now you can see that this is the activation track, and we want to make this cup enable and disable at certain points. Okay, so the first thing is that we will need this main cup here. Okay, and this cup will be enabled till this stage. Okay, because you can see that now if we move it, you will see that that cup is enabled. Okay, on the table, and if we move it here, you can see that now it's disabled there. Okay, at that point it is disabled. So although the animation is a little bit problematic, but no problem. Okay, so you will get the concept. So now what will happen, that at this stage we don't need this cup is enabled. Okay, which is it in its hand. So we will just create one more activation track, and we will just drag drop this cup to here. Okay, and we will make this deactivated in the beginning. Okay, so now you will see that when we will move, our character will come to this spot. You will see that the character has no cup in his hands. Okay, you can see his hands have no cup. Okay, and when he will sit down here, and if he will get that cup, now you can see that the other cup is activated, which is in the hands of the character. Okay, and then again you can see that he is drinking at this spot. Okay, and then again he will move back. I will just make it a little bit bigger. It will move back to this spot. Okay, maybe this spot, and here we will just make it deactivated, and we will make again the this cup, which is the cup 1, we will make it activated. So we'll just make it Control V, and now you can see that it's placed here. Okay, although you can change the position of the cup as well. So anyhow, we just get the basic idea that how we have created a nice animation where it get the cup, it will just drink the cup, and again it will place the cup over here. Okay, so now in the game view, if you play this game, you will see that this animation is absolutely good. Okay, actually we didn't have set up the camera, so let's set up the camera to this position. Maybe where is our character? Okay, I don't know. Here at this spot, and if we select the camera, I will just show you camera. We can press Control Shift F to focus. Now if we play the game, hopefully you will see that our character will move towards these tables, you can see, and it will sit down, it will get the cup, and it will drink the cup. Okay, although the placement is not very nice, and he will just place the cup over here. Okay, So loop is enabled, so that's why you can see that animation is looping again and again. So that's it, we have created a practical example of animation track, the activation track. And one more thing with the activation track, that you can play with cameras as well. So for example, we have this first camera here, so we can place it, this camera, to somewhere here maybe. Okay, let's add it here. So this is our first camera, and then we'll just create another camera, and this camera we will just add it to this spot maybe. Okay, I will just select the camera, Control Shift F to focus on this step. So now we have two cameras. You can have multiple cameras as well. So now how we can use these cameras? So let's add a activation track again. We'll place our first camera here, and then again we'll create an activation track. We'll place our second camera here. Okay, so now what we can do, that we can just if we go to our first point, here we need our main camera. So this camera, we will just select it and let's move it like this. So we'll just move it like here. Okay, and at this spot we need to activate the second camera. Okay, so like this. So let's make this camera small, and then we have this camera over here, and then we need this camera here. Okay, and you can definitely add third camera if you want to do so. So it's up to you. I will just use these two cameras, and now if we play the game, you will see that our camera will be switched from one to another. So now you can see this is the first camera and this is the second camera. Okay, so we can use this activation track for different purposes, and some purposes I showed you here. Definitely if someone, for example, we create a war scene and we want to activate and deactivate some explosions effects, some fire effects, that is also possible with the activation track. That's it for this video. Let's meet in the next video. Goodbye.